We're going to win so much, you may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore. Mr. President, it's too much. And I'll say, no, it isn't. We have to keep winning. We have to win more. We're going to win more. We're going to win more.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Ahmed at Altcoin Era. I know some of you are looking at the markets thinking, we're heading into a bear market. How long is this bear market going to last for? How low are we heading? Are we actually in a bear market? And the answer is very simple. It's very, very, very simple. And the answer is this. Altcoins have seen their second largest wipeout in their entire history. It's been liquidations after liquidations after liquidations after further liquidations consecutively. There's nowhere to hide. You can't even hide in the Magnificent Seven. 830 billion today has been wiped out, the largest daily loss in history. Across the board, all asset classes have been wiped out. The likes of Trump, Make, Link, ARB, Sheeb, you name it, everything. Everything has been looking terrible in the past week. Heck, in the past month. Uniswap is down 33%. Hex is down 51%. Sand is down. Ondo is down. Tau is down. AVAX is down. Traditional markets have been running into put options. And you know what that means? When they run into put options, you know what that means. Tesla has been obliterated. It's gone back to the prices since 2021, all the way since 2021. If you've been holding for the past 5 years, you're still at the same prices. It's worse than Ethereum. And Ethereum has had the worst bull run in history. The Nasdaq is down massively. The S&P 500 is down massively. We're in a corrective period. So whenever we see prices that go down by 10%, it's normally classed as a correction. As soon as we see prices that go further to around 15 to 20%, there, my friends, we are in a full-blown bear market. The VIX is at elevated prices, and we haven't seen these prices since 2024 December, and most importantly, since August 2024. FYI, just to help you out, historically, whenever the VIXs are at higher prices, typically never been a good time to short during these periods. What do you do during these times? Have a guess. By the time you see this video, Bitcoin will probably close this gap, this CME gap right over here at 84,000 US dollars. I did say previous episodes, if you have been watching, that we're going to head back down and fill the entire gap. And we have, ladies and gentlemen. Coin has filled the CME gap and it's retraced 10%. There was a CME gap right over here. On Sunday, we opened just above this area at 92,000 US dollars. And now we have filled the gap. However, we didn't really completely fill this CME gap. We went all the way to 78,000 US dollars. Probability wise is that we're probably going to head lower to fill this gap. But I digress. Let's continue with the economy. This is a very, very good indicator. It's an economic policy uncertainty indicator. It's the highest it's been globally around the world. I'm talking about this measures USA, Australia, Brazil, Colombia, UK, Italy, Europe, everywhere. It's been the highest. Why? Because of Trump and his tariff wars. All of these countries are wary of Trump and his tariffs. This is the monthly US economic policy uncertainty index. That's a tongue twister. And it's currently at 334. It's the second highest reading since the COVID lows. The fear and greed index in stocks is at 18. Crypto is at 34. By the time you've seen this video, the consumer price index year over year is about to be released. We need these numbers to go downwards. We need inflation to go downwards. It's pivotal for Trump to see inflation head downwards. The Cleveland Fed have predicted a CPI result for March 2025 to be as low as 2.47%. Will they be right? We're going to have to wait and see. True inflation, however, is a leading indicator. And in the following month, they predicted an inflation index score of 1.32%. Can you believe that? It's fallen off a cliff for the next reading. Trump ideally wants to orchestrate a recession. This is the jobs jolt. As you can see here, it's increasing. We need the jobs jolt data to head downwards, and then it will spike a recession. This is the real-time SARM rule recession indicator. And what is it basically? It's a 3-month moving average. And if unemployment rises above 0.5%, or relative to the minimum of 3-month averages from the previous 12 months, then we're going to hit a recession. It's basically a moving average. So if the 3-month goes above 0.5, we have a recession. And as you can see here, this is a recession. I think it was only one case where we didn't see a recession, when the SARM rule actually peaked, and then we never really saw a recession. The likelihood of a recession happening is 20%. But to be fair, I hear this every single year. I've been in markets for a very long time, and I've heard this so many times. Guys, there's a 20% likelihood of a recession. Oh my God, it's gone to 10%. Every year you hear the same voices come out. Every year. We got Peter Schiff. He'll come out, and he's a perma-bear. Do you know what it is with perma-bears? They never ever actually help you make money. Never. Like they always say, if you want to sound smart, be a bear. If you want to make money, be a bull. Let's have a look at GDP. And in America, currently the GDP is at 2.3%. Q4 was a remarkable year. 2024, the GDP was at a whopping 2.3%. In first world economies, they normally tend to see around 1 to 2% GDP quarter after quarter. The last time we had a recession was during this period, where we had minus 5% and then a whopping minus 28%. During this period, we didn't know if we're ever going to see the light of day. Genuinely, majority of people thought that we're not going to see tomorrow. They really thought. Like, I'm not making this up. There were periods when even I was like, boy, we're really in trouble. It was peak fear. Now, don't deny it. I know now it's gone, and 2020 is, and I know the period is gone, and there's hindsight bias, and you're like, nah, I was fine. Nothing really happened. I don't care who you are. There were periods where you're like, oh my God, I might not see tomorrow. Do not lie. Do not lie now. Do not lie. I know some of you were pissing your pants. Trump can't orchestrate that period, okay? He cannot do that. So what he will do is a time-based capitulation. And if earnings head downwards and we get into bear market territory, then the Fed have no choice. They have no choice but to start stimulating the economy. The Fed right now are sitting pretty. They're happy. They're very, very happy. They're actually getting closer to their mandate of 2%. They're seeing more and more participants go risk off, and that's going to add downward pressure to inflation. This is going to be great news. However, once the economy starts heading into a bearish territory, I'm talking about minus 20%, Fed's going to be shaking in his boots. He will bend the knee. He will. So where on earth does this leave our altcoins? Our altcoins are down 70-80%. And I'm talking about, this is just Ethereum. They're already down by 50%. So you're telling me we're going to go down to 70. We need QT to stop, and we need QE to begin. The Federal Reserve, the Chairman Powell, said the next time we ever see QE is when we see rates go to zero. Interest rates go to zero. That's the next time we'll ever see QE. I really doubt it, but that's what he's saying. Because Trump is going to make our friend Powell bend the knee. We got some breaking news, folks. The European Union claims that Trump's support for crypto could harm Europe's monetary sovereignty and financial stability. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you believe that? Oh no. But this is their purchasing power. This is the purchasing power of the euro. Yeah, since 2000 till now. If you bought Bitcoin anytime during that period, you'd be sitting pretty. Compare this chart to Bitcoin. Earnings are going to come out, and if we see earnings go downwards, then we're going to get a recessionary scare. We're going to get power to pivot. But if he keeps holding for this long, then unfortunately, we're going to see our altcoins underperform. We need the Fed to pivot. And as of now, they still do not want to pivot. Okay, we have literally 7 more days till the next meeting, and it's confirmed 97% chance that we're going to stay the same. So we have until the next one is in May, and there's a 63% chance. There's a 35% chance that they're going to cut. And then we have the most important period where I think the tide will change is going to be in June. The first 6 months, it's going to be really, really difficult. The next 6 months, we have a 51% chance. And then we have a 21% chance of 2 basis points. This changes on a dime. However, in June, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be the period where the Fed will bend the knee. As of now, whatever Trump is doing on the fiscal side is helping them on the monetary side. Because remember, the Fed only have monetary policy and interest rates. That's the only things they have. However, the way they see it, they're getting help from Trump on the fiscal side, and it's driving inflation downwards. They don't want it to go too down to cause deflation. So it's a risky game they're playing. But by June, we're going to see the market turn around. As of now, we're probably going to see lower prices. This is not it. We're just going to see a dead cat bounce for now. But to see sustained higher prices, we're going to wait until our friend Powell bends the knee. Ethereum, Bitcoin is making new lower lows. This is the 5-year. This is the 1 year. This is the yearly. And Ethereum is our North Star. If Ethereum is doing badly, majority of your portfolio is doing badly. There will be some outliers. Ethereum is the king and the daddy of alts. At the moment, it's made newer lows. Bitcoin dominance has made a new higher close, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a wick anymore. It's an actual close. It's been the highest for years now. Dominance has been going up literally for 3 years, almost 4 now. And this period is a period where we normally see Bitcoin dominance go down. Because if I show you on the yearly, we normally have 3 years of up. On the yearly, we normally have 1 year of Bitcoin dominance that goes down, 3 years up, 1 year down. And this is an anomaly. This time, it's actually different. Oh my God. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. It's different this time. It's different. It's different. It's never different. But this time it's actually different. The main reason for this is, drum roll, monetary policy. Simple as that. Simple as that. Everyone needs to understand this. I'm going to drum this in every single episode. It's just because of monetary policy. Simple as that. I know back in 2017, none of this applied. I know back in 2020, none of this applied. But in 2025, we have a massive, massive correlation to monetary policy. We do. We just do. Bitcoin is very, very closely correlated to stocks. It's very, very closely correlated to the S&P 500, and it's certainly very correlated to what? To monetary policy. It's extremely sensitive to monetary policy. This is no secret. Since they began monetary policy till now, we just seen liquidity dry up and continue to dry up. But you know what? The Fed don't actually look at stocks. They don't really care as much as what we think about stocks. They actually look at credit. They measure the economy via credit, because everything in this world is based on credit, on interest. The money you have is based on debt. The house you live on is based on debt. The land is based on debt. Everything is based on credit. If you think your altcoin can't go lower, check this. It went down 77%. And some participants bought the dip. It went down another 72%. Some participants actually bought the dip. And then again, it went down another 70%. And it still hasn't gone down 100%. It's gone down 97%. So you have to be careful in what coins you're going to allocate into. There's going to be a handful of coins that you can get into. So you have to be very mindful and very careful into allocating into the right coin. So don't forget, join our private members and we can help. That's it for now. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join our private members. Peace.